Hello there, welcome to Math Vibe. Name is Senosh, and I'm going to take you through some series of questions that you are likely to see or likely to meet in your exams. So the next question we are tackling is word problem. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Our question reads, 3 times the age of Felicia is 4 more than the age of Asare. In 3 years, the sum of their ages will be 30 years. Find their present ages. Alright, so now this question is a word problem, and to tackle word problems, the first thing you need to do is to understand the question, because it is through the understanding that you are going to deduce your equation. If you don't take your time to understand the question, you might not be able to deduce your equation rightly. So let's see whether we can understand the question. The first part of the question says 3 times the age of Felicia is 4 more than the age of Asare. So what it means is, if you multiply 3 times Felicia's age and you compare it to Asare's age, the difference will be 4. That is, if you multiply Felicia's age by 3, okay, it will give you a certain number that if you compare it to Asare's age, the difference will be 4, or the number will be 4 more than Asare's age. That is the first part of the question. The second part is saying in 3 years, the sum of their ages will be 30 years. What does that mean? In 3 years. In 3 years, we know definitely they'll all be 3 years older, right? So if we represent Felicia's age with a certain variable and we represent Asare's age with a certain variable, if we add 3 to those variables, it should be giving us if we add 3 to those two variables, it should be giving us 30. That is what the second part is saying. So this question is giving us some kind of simultaneous equation vibe, because it's like 2 scenarios with the same 2 variables. Okay, yes. So let's try and see if we can come up with a mathematical equation to solve this problem. Okay, good. Solution. So we can say let Felicia's age be equal to x. Let's represent Felicia's age by x because we don't know Felicia's age. And then let's represent Asare's age by y because we don't know Asare's age as well. Okay, so now from the question, the first part was saying that 3 times the age of Felicia. Okay, 3 times the age of Felicia. So we said Felicia's age is x. So if we multiply Felicia's age by x, so 3 times the age of Felicia is 4 more than the age of Asare. Okay, it's 4 more than. So if we multiply Felicia's age by 3, it should be equal to Asari's age by plus 4, because the question is saying 3 times the age of Felicia. If you take 3 times the age of Felicia, which in this case is x, 3 times x, it should be equal to Asari's age plus 4, because this, at the end of the day, we expect that it should be more than this by a difference of 4. Okay, so 3x should be equal to y plus 4. 3 times the age of Felicia should be equal to Asari's age plus 4. Good. So now that we've found the equation for the first part, let's move to the second part. The second part is saying in 3 years, the sum of their ages will be 30 years. So it means if we add 3 to x and we add 3 to y, it should be giving us 30 years. So we can have it in this way: x plus 3 plus y plus 3 should be equal to 30. So we can simplify this to have a nicer equation. So we group like terms, variables at one side. 3 plus 3 plus 3 will give us 6, which is equal to 30. So now we move the 6 to the other side of the equal to sign. So we have x plus y is equal to 30 minus 6. So our second equation becomes x plus y is equal to 24. Okay, so now we have what? 2 equations. So let's recap. So the first equation is 3x equals y plus 4. Here we go. Here we have the first equation. The second equation gave us x plus y is equal to 24. So what does the 2 equations have in common? They all have x and y. They all have the x and the y and some constant. Okay, so this is a simultaneous equation. Have 2 scenarios involving 2 variables. Okay, so if you can solve these equations simultaneously, then we can deduce the answers for Felicia's age and Asari's age. So let's move. So now the next step is, let's try to make y the subject in equation 1. Okay, that is simply moving the 4 to the other side, and that will become 3x minus 4 equals y, which can be written in the form y is equal to 3x minus 4. Good. So now that we have the third equation, so y is the subject here. Okay, so what do we do next? So to tackle simultaneous equation, it means we make one of the variables the subject in one of the equation, and then we'll insert it into the other equation, so that we'll have what? The same variables, and then we'll solve for the variable and we'll find the other variable. So let's go through it so that you understand more. So now we put equation 3 into equation 2. This is equation 3. We are going to put the value of y into equation 2. So wherever we see y in equation 2, we'll put what? 3x minus 4. Good. So this is our equation 2. Equation 2 is saying x plus y is equal to 24. So now this y over here, let's replace it with 3x minus 4. So now instead of having x plus y, we're going to have x plus 3x minus 4. So we remove the bracket and then we have something. So we now group like terms. Okay, so we have x here, 3x here, 3x plus 3s will give us 4x, and then we can now move the negative 4 to the other side so that it will join the other constant. Okay, so now we have x plus 3x, which gives us 4x, being equal to 24 plus 4, because the negative 4 crosses the equal to sign and it becomes positive 4. So 4x will be equal to 28. Okay, good. Now that we've reached this part, the next step is to divide both sides by 4. Okay, so that we can have the x to stand alone. Okay, so we divide here by 4, we divide here by 4. All right, so now we realize that 4 will cancel 4, and then 4 will go into 28 7 times. So our x is equal to 7. Okay, good. Now that we've gotten our x, okay, so if we have gotten our x, all we need to do is to find one of the equation and replace the x by the value of x so that we can find y. Good. So taking equation 3, all right, so now we take we put the x equals 7 into equation 3. Okay, we put the x equals 7 that we found. Let's put it into equation 3 so that we can find our y. So realize that our y is equal to 3x minus 4. So we replace this x by 7, and now we have 3 multiplying 7 minus 4, and this will give us 3 times 7 will give us 21 minus 4, and therefore our y is equal to 17. So now we found our x and we found our y, and initially we stated that Felicia's age is x and Asari's age is y. So now we can conclude that therefore Felicia's age, Felicia is 7 years and Asari is 17 years now, and that is correct, because if you multiply 7 by 3, you get 21, and that is 4 more than 17. Thank you. I'll leave a link in the description so that you can check out the other questions. Cheers.